Hey guys, today we'll be doing an unboxing of February's Lucky Tackle box. A little surprise in the mail when I got home today. So stay tuned to see what we got. What's up guys, Jordan here with Fishing for Life, and so today when I got home I had my Lucky Tackle box in the mail, and so we're going to do an unboxing for this month and see what we got. Alright, for some reason the box is red this time. Don't really know why. But we'll crack it open and see what we got. So right here on top we have a very nice reflective bait mate fish attractant sticker. Tackle guide. Let's see what this is about. Oh, looks like it's telling us how to use what's in our box this month. That's pretty cool. Gives you some tips and when to use and when not to use your bait. So that looks pretty neat. I'll have to look through that later. Alright, first item on top is some Fat Gap worm hooks from Jimmy Houston. And oh, they're Daiichi hooks. Okay, so I really like these hooks, 3/0. Then we have a Reaction Strike buzz bait, some very good buzz baits. I have caught several big fish on those. We have some net bait baby Paca crawls in what looks to be motor oil color. This says Sun Perch. I guess the flakes in it make it that color. We have a Backstabber square bill crankbait. As you guys know, this past weekend, Takahiro Omori won the first BASS event of the year on a square bill crankbait. He actually used two different colors. He used a chartreuse and a crawl color, and he lost one of them, and then the next day he went back to that same spot and actually caught the fish with his lure in its mouth still. So he had a fish with two lures in his mouth. Not sure what brand square bill he was using, but these Backstabber lures, the reason they're called that, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, there's the hook's on the back and not the belly, so it makes it less prone to catch stuff on the bottom. Comes through grass a little better. I have found it doesn't catch quite as much grass. The only downside to it is that if you fish it too fast, it does want to roll over. So other crankbaits don't usually do that. They just move kind of erratically. But these, if you pull them too fast, they tend to want to roll over. So we'll move on. So we have some Dobyns D-Blade Advantage spinnerbaits in my favorite color, chartreuse and white. Looks like a very nice spinnerbait. Hand-tied skirt, mustad hook, nickel or gold plated, so it has both. Ball bearing swivel. Cool. Favorite color spinnerbait. And then we have some X-Zone crawls. These look like something very similar to the baby pocket crawl. Some pretty wide, I guess you'd call them pinchers on it. But Someone posted something earlier about X-Zone lures, that they were really good. So we'll have to try those out. And then we have some KVD Perfect Plastics. What is this? Has to be some kind of finesse worm. I'll pull one out so you can see it. So basically it just looks like a little, well, I don't know. I was gonna say a little crawl, but no. It looks like a, I don't know what that looks like, to be honest. That one's messed up. Here's a better one. It just looks like a little paddle tail grub. And I don't fish finesse baits often, especially not real small ones like this. But as I've learned to fish drop shot a little more, I may have to start using them. But other than that, just something from Progressive as usual. Let's look through his tackle guide here for a minute. So this tells us about our backstabber. Depth is 0 to 4 feet. Locations, riprap, docks, rocks, and trees. That's all the normal stuff. You would fish with a square bill anyways. It even gives you recommended rod length and bait caster. So it's saying to use a 7-foot Daiwa casting rod, a 6.3 to 1 bait caster reel, and 10 to 12 fluorocarbon line. Cool. So it's telling us about how the backstabber bounces off of stuff without getting hooked on it because that hook in the back. As a matter of fact, I'd rather have the hook in the top lip of the fish instead of the bottom. In the bottom, it tends to pull a lot, and if you've got the hook in the top, it tends to latch in there and not pull like a hole in their lip. So then it tells us about the KVD's Perfect Plastics. It's called the half shell. It tells us to fish it on a drop shot. Humps, ledges, open water, points, and rocks. Again, a 611 spinning rod, 5.2 to 1 spinning reel, and 6 to 8 pound fluorocarbon. So then our Dobyns D-blade, grass, tools, reeds, brush piles, docks, and trees. 0 to 6 feet, 7.3 rod, 6.3 to 1 bait caster, and 14 to 20 pound fluorocarbon. I never fishing line that heavy, not unless I have to. Almost everything I have is either spooled with 8, 10, or 12. But anyways, gives us a little tip about downsizing your bait. Then it tells us about the X-Zone muscle back crawl, this one here. Again, grass, tools, reeds, brush piles, mats, and trees. 7.3 heavy casting, 7.0 to 1 casting reel, and 20 pound fluorocarbon for that. And then use the Jimmy Houston Fat Gap hooks with those. So then on to the buzz bait, the Reaction Strike buzz bait. All the same normal stuff you'd fish a buzz bait: grass, tools, reeds, brush piles, docks, and trees. And then it's telling us rods are the same except a 50 to 65 pound smackdown braid. Not sure I would fish that on a braid. I'm not saying they're wrong, just not where we fish anyways. I would not fish that on a braid. just because when a fish takes a buzzbait, it likes to take it down. And I believe with that braid, you may pull it out of its mouth. Because if that fish comes up, grabs that bait, and starts to go down, and as soon as you pull, if that fish doesn't have it, you've pulled it out of its mouth. So I like mono or fluorocarbon there with a little bit of stretch in it. What they'll do, it'll allow that fish to get that bait down and tug on it, and then when you set the hook, it's got the bait in its mouth still. So that's just my theory, but you guys know I don't like fishing braid as it is, so I guess I'm kind of anti-braid a little. But that's about it for this box. And really nothing else. Net bait. The one thing I don't like about these crawls like this, and I don't know why I don't like this, but they're hollow bodied, and doesn't mean I'm not going to try them, doesn't mean I'm not going to use them, and it doesn't mean they won't catch fish, but a hollow bodied bait just doesn't appeal to me for some reason. So I don't know about that. I've got a few big bite baits that are hollow bodied that I have not really had any luck with, but this is a good color coming up for spring, and these X-Zone are nice and compact. The bodies on them are anyways, so I'm going to try those. Still getting into drop shotting, so that'll be a good bait to add to those. And of course, my two favorites on the table have to be the buzzbait and spinnerbait, just because that's how I like to fish. I like to power fish, throw in a buzzbait around grass and timber, and then throw in the spinnerbait pretty much in the same places, except I like a spinnerbait to get like past a brush top and sink down and pull it back through the brush top. That's what I like. That's my favorite thing to do with a spinnerbait. And then our Daiichi hooks, always good to have extra hooks. Our backstabber, and then our I'm really liking this Bait Mate sticker. It's a reflective sticker that actually matches the decals on our boat. So we might have to end up doing something with that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back next month to do another unboxing. But until then, I've got some great stuff coming up. We start our tournaments for our local club March 10th, and then I'll be videoing throughout the year Bassmaster Classics coming up March 15th through the 18th, so I will be there. And might be doing some live streaming there, not sure yet, still trying to work that out. But you guys stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, click down there, subscribe to my channel. That would really help me out, and I'll see you guys next time.